The law isn't always so black and white. Sometimes it's much more colorful. Every day I get asked questions about car accidents and personal injury cases, and if you have questions, I'm here to help.
Hey Mo, I was in an accident a couple weeks ago and I walked away feeling fine. But since then my back's been killing me. Is it too late to file a claim?
So it's actually a very common question. Most people don't start feeling pain from an accident within 24 to 48 hours after the accident. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Some being that you still have adrenaline going through your system and your body just really hasn't felt the full impact of the accident yet. The most important thing in Florida is that you seek treatment within 14 days. In Florida, we have what's called PIP, or Personal Injury Protection Benefits, commonly known as no-fault benefits, that basically allow you to get up to $10,000 in treatment from a medical provider as long as you seek treatment within the first 14 days after that accident. If you don't go to a doctor within 14 days, you could lose those benefits. So you want to make sure you get into a doctor right away and get seen to get evaluated so they can see what's going on with those injuries. So I get this question probably on a weekly basis. People call and say, hey, my current attorney's telling me I'm limited to $25,000 or $50,000 for this case, but I have a few $100,000 in medical bills. Why can't I get a full reimbursement? Well, typically you're limited to the insurance policy limits in most cases, unless the person has assets. So the at-fault driver has a maximum insurance policy, maybe $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 that the insurance company will pay on their behalf. If your damages exceed that, you have to sue that person personally. And most people don't have assets to go after. So you could sue them and get a judgment, but that judgment would most likely be discharged in bankruptcy and really worthless to you. So typically you're going to be limited to the policy limits. Great question though, and hopefully this helps in the future.
You've got mail.
So of course you can ask them to compensate you for the property damage to your vehicle, but in addition to that, you can also ask them to compensate you for the diminished value. As we all know, vehicles that have been in an accident are worth less on the resale market than vehicles that have not been in accidents. And with things like Carfax and other reporting functions, it's much more common these days to know that information. So when you're asking the insurance company to make you whole, you want to make sure that they're compensating you for that diminished value, because when you go to sell that vehicle, you've now lost value on the resale market. If you have any questions about the law, feel free to email them to us and we'll try to answer them on the next video. We'll see you next time.